JBNN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, 32 alleged gangsters on bail wreaking havoc in Westmoreland. With Westmoreland bleeding from a string of murders, Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Young on Thursday laid the blame at the feet of 32 alleged gang members who are out on bail. He also expressed concern that light sentences embolden convicted criminals. There are not only several known criminals on the road right now who are out on bail killing people, but there are others who have been to jail, found guilty. After the police investigate, prosecute and charge, they are found guilty and they are out very soon. In fact, they are not prepared to kill more because they feel they can go through the system and have no fear of apprehension or prosecution. And there are several of those around, he said. Dr. Chang was speaking at a groundbreaking ceremony for the Frome Police Station in Westmoreland. During a later media briefing, the Security Minister referenced a particularly troubling case. A particular individual became famous for making 8 bail applications, could have been facing 6 or 7 charges of murders. One of his bail guarantors was killed at one stage. On this occasion, he is still behind bars. This is a reflection of some of the problems we have, he said. The Security Minister pointed to the proposed Firearms Prohibition, Restriction and Regulation Act as a solution. There have been concerns raised about some aspects of the legislation. However, Dr. Chang said he firmly believes the act is an appropriate response to what now obtains in the country. The act is expected to be passed in the Upper House on Friday, after which it will go to the Governor General for his proclamation. If you are carrying an illegal firearm, we know it is part of your intention to kill somebody, and we're going to take you off the streets, and therefore we have instituted some severe penalties, the Security Minister said during Thursday's groundbreaking ceremony. We are doing this deliberately because we not only want to send the message, but we want to send it correctly. When the officers who work hard long hours put themselves at risk and find a criminal killer with guns, he'll be in jail, locked away in the state's care for some time, and the police officer can get on with his work, Dr. Chang said. He said the act will be approved, and as soon as it is green-lighted, it will be implemented. As soon as it is approved in the Senate, I will announce the appointed day, and the police will have a new tool to operate, a tool that we think will be effective in dealing with all the criminal activity. And when they do it, it will have an impact on the crime, he promised. Turning his attention to the professionalism of the police force, the minister noted improved behavior compared to previous complaints of extrajudicial killings. However, he urged lawmen to shoot to kill if they come under attack from gunmen. We have had fatal shootings because men shoot guns after them. I'm not telling any police to fire back. As I said here in Westmoreland, I'm not sending any ambulances out there either. Anytime a man takes up a gun after a police, I expect the commissioner to train them. When he fires, he must not miss. I don't want him to come and give any trouble at the hospital or anywhere, he said. The parish of Westmoreland has a reputation as a hotbed of crime with stem cell gang and lot of scamming activities. Since the start of the year, it has recorded 107 murders, 49 of which have been cleared up. Since the start of the week, 3 murders were committed in the parish. Meanwhile, the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, says the shoot-to-kill policy should not be the state's response to crime. In a media release today, INDECOM said all public officials should be guided by the Constitution of Jamaica in their statements and actions. In any confrontation, the law gives primacy to the right to life. The oversight body also stressed that access to medical attention should be afforded to all persons in keeping with the state's obligation to safeguard life. It noted that injury or surrender are also possible outcomes when law enforcement officials are engaged in solving and tackling crime. Law enforcement officials should not be provided with the assertion or insinuation that there is any provision to act with impunity, INDECOM declared. Man and 2-year-old killed in Spanish Town gun attack. Men this morning launched a gun attack and then set fire to a house in Horizon Park, Spanish Town, St. Catherine, which resulted in the death of a man and a child. The man's girlfriend, who was also inside the house, escaped. It is reported that around 4:30 this morning, men armed with guns went to the house and opened fire. It is further reported that the gunmen forced their way inside the house, shot the man and then set it ablaze. The female occupant managed to flee.
Yes, mommy, tell me what took place this morning.
They come and knock on the door and say a police. And me tell him don't open the door because I don't sound like police. No, God. Then they fling some tree window and lick out the glass and come in there. And he go in the next room right there, so I lock the door and I take up my baby and run grown there. And I hide back I want mattress and lean up right there, so. And then come in and one of them shot him in the belly. And then did I fight them back. And the rest of them come down on him and shot him. And when he gun shot down out, I clip them, then still I click it. And then they come out of the room and come in the room here. And then me start to smell smoke. So, me did the run in the room here. Me run in the room here. And my baby, me a try come out with my baby and she drop out of my hand back at the fridge. She drop out of my hand. And me run go to the door and catch better and come back in. Me come back in and me and she a ball mommy and me couldn't see her. And me have to run and jump my mother fence over her land. And run. And me run got that woman in the yard, her door wide open, she not in there. And me take 3 camera and go over my friend. I don't know. They killed him.
Residents reported hearing heavy gunfire. The attackers then fled. An alarm was raised, and the police and firefighters responded. The remains of the man and the 2-year-old girl were found inside the house, which was destroyed by the fire. Man chopped to death on Red Hills Road. A man is dead and another wounded after they were attacked this morning by a man said to be of unsound mind in Red Hills, St. Andrew. The deceased is Philip Bennett, otherwise called Dolphus, a construction worker of Walker's Hill. The incident occurred around 7 o'clock in the vicinity of a bar. According to his brother Stephen Smith, Bennett left his home around 7 o'clock to go to a shop to meet his spouse, who was going to work. Smith further said that while at the shop, his brother was attacked by the man with a machete. The police were alerted about the incident after another man, who was chopped on the shoulder, ran to the Red Hills police station. He is being treated at hospital. The police say when they entered the community, the accused man was seen running with a machete towards a woman. Several warning shots were fired and he was accosted and taken into custody. Bennett was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Red Hills resident Valerie Cooper said the 2 men as well as the accused are well known in the area. She said she spoke with the accused a few days prior to the incident about the dangers of him walking around with a machete. According to her, it was something he always did, but because she knew him to be epileptic, she urged him to be careful because you can fall upon it and hurt yourself. She said he took her warning with a smile, but she could not account for what might have caused him to act out so violently just days later, suggesting it must have been some demons or something come over him this morning. He is in safe police custody. Naturally, residents were very irate about what happened. They were very surprised, but there are certain procedures that we carry out whenever things like these happen. Tempers flare, and regardless of who is right or wrong, we want to ensure the safety of all Jamaicans. So naturally, would have taken him out of the area to ensure his safety and the continued safety of the persons on the ground, said Superintendent Sharika Service. Gun and ammo seized in St. Catherine, 2 in custody. A man and a woman were arrested in connection with the siege of an illegal gun in Homestead, St. Catherine on Thursday, September 15. Reports are that about 4:45 p.m., a police team was in the community when they saw a man sitting along the roadway. The man had a red object in his hand and there was a woman beside him. The man reportedly got up and went into a yard, immediately upon seeing the police, followed by the woman. His actions arose the suspicions of the police team and he was pursued. When accosted, the man was found attempting to hide the red object. It was retrieved and found to be a Browning 9mm pistol. A drink bottle was also found with 4 9mm rounds of ammunition in cornmeal. Both were arrested. Their identities are being withheld pending further investigations. Constable Noel Maitland murder case transferred to Home Circuit Court. The murder case against Constable Noel Maitland, the policeman accused of killing his girlfriend Donnelly Donaldson, has been transferred to the Home Circuit Court. The order was made in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court this morning after the Director of Public Prosecutions entered a nolle prosequi. A case management hearing was held and Maitland was further remanded. Meanwhile, Attorney at Law Chadwick Berry, who is representing the accused, attempted to register criticism with the manner in which the matter was transferred, but was quickly stopped in his track by Chief Parish Judge Chester Crooks. If you have a criticism, this is not the place or the time. Take it to the Constitutional Court, the judge said. Maitland has been in custody since his arrest on July 27 in relation to the disappearance of 24-year-old Donaldson. Donaldson was last seen at his New Kingston apartment on July 11. She was reported missing on July 13. The police had indicated that investigations concluded that Donaldson was killed on July 12 between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. They stated that this was supported by forensic evidence and technology, but noted that a motive has not yet been established for the killing. Campion saddened by students drowned in death. Campion College says it is deeply saddened by the tragic death of fifth form student Jordan Gibson. Gibson drowned Thursday at the St. Andrew-based school's pool. It has been reported that he was doing water polo practice around 4 o'clock when tragedy struck. We grieve with his family, friends, and all who feel his loss amid a release from the school on Friday said. Campion College said also counselors were available to speak with those in need at this time. St. Elizabeth businessman on Ganja charges granted $1 million bail. The St. Elizabeth businessman charged in connection with the seizure of Ganja hidden in canned food along the Portmore Toll Road in St. Catherine was today granted $1 million bail. Parish Judge Desiree Elaine ordered Nicholas Rogers to surrender his travel documents and to report to the Lacovia Police Station on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The bail application was made by attorney Devin Barnett. Rogers, who is charged with illegal possession of ganja, dealing in ganja, transporting ganja, and conspiracy to export ganja, was ordered to return to the St. Catherine Parish Court on November 18. Allegations were that on Thursday, August 18, members of the police's narcotics division were on an operation in St. Catherine when a Toyota Hiace minibus was intercepted along the Portmore Toll Road. The vehicle was searched and boxes of canned food were found inside, according to the police. It is alleged that further inspection led to the discovery of ganja concealed inside the cans. The police had reported that 654 pounds of compressed ganja with an estimated street value of approximately $850,000 were seized. The businessman was arrested on suspicion of breaches of the Dangerous Drugs Act and was subsequently charged following further investigations. 140 new COVID cases, 2 deaths. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is reporting that 140 new COVID-19 cases were recorded over a 24-hour period up to Thursday afternoon. A COVID-19 death that occurred in October 2021 was also recorded on Thursday, bringing the overall coronavirus death toll in Jamaica to 3,289. A 55-year-old man from St. Catherine is the latest recorded COVID fatality nationally. The separate deaths of 2 COVID-19 patients are under investigation by health officials, while the death of another patient has been classified as being coincidental. There were 51 recoveries on the day, bringing that tally to 97,953. The newly confirmed COVID-19 cases brought the total number on record for the island to 151,130. Notably, the island recorded a 20.5% positivity rate based on the samples that were tested on Thursday. Of the newly confirmed cases, 65 were females and 49 are males, with ages ranging from 2 months to 96 years. The case count was made up of Kingston and St. Andrew 27, St. Anne 25, St. Catherine 15, St. James 15, Clarendon 7, Westmoreland 7, Trelawney 7, St. Thomas 5, Hanover 4, and Manchester 2. There are 34 moderately ill patients, 4 severely ill patients, and 4 critically ill patients among 872 active cases now under observation in Jamaica. There are now 114 COVID-19 patients hospitalized locally. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.